What's going on, guys? My name is Swurve, and I'm proud to say that this video that you are watching is actually my longest piece of content that I have ever released, ever. This is basically intended to be an informative video about what I've been doing for the past 2 years. As some of you all may know, I'll be releasing my 5th album on April 20th, this upcoming Monday, on my own platform, YoungSwurve.app. It's my own place for me to kind of upload my own music, to kind of just get it out there to people. So what we're actually about to do is go back in time to about February of last year, when we were still trying to figure out exactly what we were doing. We launched in April of last year, and so I guess this is our 1-year anniversary, and I just really want you guys to fully understand why we built YoungSwurve.app. This is a 4-part series, and so I'm kind of like your tour guide. What we'll do is we'll go through each one of these parts, and then I'll be back to talk to you guys. But today, we're only going to go through parts 1 through 3. So, yeah, man, let's get this thing started. Dream team. When it comes to these other streaming services, it's pretty much, when I think about it, it's an exposure thing, you know what I mean? If you want to upload there, I guess sure you can be found by a lot more people, but those may be people that aren't even particularly exactly interested in you. And for me on GoIQ, with me placing my project there, it makes a lot more things more see-through. Basically, when it comes down to this, at least for me, myself as a musician, and putting out any body of work, for me it's about sales, because everything that I do is, it's funneled into this, it costs, you know what I mean? So for me, when I put my things on GoIQ, what it does to me is it helps me make my money back, you know what I mean? When I'm on iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, which doesn't even offer you a way to get money, or at least they are now. It's perfect, ain't it? What it is in order for you to even gain $1,000, you need close to 200,000 streams. And on GoIQ, if I even just have 50 people sign up for the right amount of money, I can create that $1,000. So for me, it's just a much more smarter option, and something that I can do for myself in order to produce. For me personally, it's a smarter option. It just maximizes my chance of making funds off of what I do as a musician. And as any musician, and I'm assuming that all musicians do this as a living, you know what I mean? The most important thing about this is being able to do it and make the funds and survive off of it. And GoIQ just makes that a lot more simpler. For instance, when I'm on Spotify, iTunes, whatever that it may be, it hinders my opportunity from, I guess, maximizing what I can really do for myself. Alright, man, we back. How did it go, man? Did you guys learn anything, see anything crazy, hear anything that made you go, wow, I didn't know that? I know you can't tell me because this is a video, but there's a comment section down below. Really what I was getting at in that video is that basically there is a lot of people that are putting out great content on the web right now today, and you might be one of those people. And with me being in the music arena, what I really realized is how hard it is to actually make the funds back off of your art or what you're creating, you know what I mean, making ends meet, you know what I mean. Even though there may be people out there that are doing awesome, there's some people that are completely fine, you know what I mean. We're all in the same boat in what we're fighting for, which is visibility, traction, and just actual survival up on these large platforms. When you upload your music to these places, you're actively putting yourself up against others that may have the foundation or the infrastructure to just actually literally blow you out of the water, you know what I mean? Like, you're on the same turf competing ground as these other people that could be on large companies, or they're just like you, they're a small fish. And so it just led me looking for more answers, which is how I got to creating YoungSwurve.app. When I really was doing the research, I really felt like that the techniques that I'm applying on what I created could kind of be universal for anyone who's uploading content. It gave me a lot more vision on what I could do and what I'm currently doing now. So that's the whole thing about the 50 users, man. I could literally kind of do somewhat of the same thing of a smaller group of people versus me going and shooting for the stars and hoping that all these people will love me. If you've got a huge following, 9 times out of 10, there's only going to be a small amount of supporters that are actually getting you through what you're going through with your art. And so that just got me wanting to change directions, and I felt like it could definitely be very vital to others that were in the same boat as myself, man. So that's part 1, man. Let's jump into part 2. Dream Team. The difference between iOku and Spotify, iTunes, one of the biggest differences that I could point out is that when you're using iOku versus Spotify, iTunes, pretty much you have access to the big difference between Spotify and iOku or iTunes, I would definitely have to say that it's the fact that I have access to those who actually enjoy my work. You know what I mean? Those people that are, I guess you want to call them legit fans. You know what I mean? So it's a direct pipeline to them. And those people that are, I guess you want to call them legit fans. You know what I mean? So it's a direct pipeline to them. And for me, that's most important, because what it does is it allows me to be able to make my next decision based upon the people that are engaged with me. You know what I mean? It allows me to figure out different ways that I want to try and interact with them in terms of making money, or what they like, or what they want to see next. When I'm dealing with Spotify or iTunes, even if I have 200,000 streams, 1 million streams, I don't even know who listened to them, what they liked about it, if they liked it or not, if they're even still listening. And when I'm dealing with iOku, it's just so much more easier Yeah, man, it's a lot of weight off your shoulders, especially when you're thinking about your fans, you know what I mean? When I'm on these other websites, it's kind of like I'm just giving my stuff out to the world, which is what I want to do, but I actually really care about the people who care about what I'm doing the most. And so that's what GoIQ allows me to do. It allows me to take care of those people the most. When I'm on GoIQ, or for instance, when I have a person that's a fan that's on GoIQ, the way that they interact with me is they personally sign up with me, you know what I mean? And the way that that works out is, for one, now I know who that person is, and then for them, depending on, there's a tier system basically, and in this tier system, whoever the fan is, they can pick whether it's the lowest tier or the top tier. And for me, I have mine set up in different ways. At the top, you know, you may have access to some of my behind the scenes footage, exclusive beats, variances of songs, and at my lowest, that may just be some of my just original audio that just comes out that people can enjoy, and then anything in the middle. So basically, when you sign up on GoIQ, I'm fucking up.
No, that was great.
You give her smooches, chunk the deuces to your problems. It's a problem, swear to God we gon' get through it. She the smoothest, we the coolest. We make love like we make music. That's every single night. I beat the drum, she rock the mic. I roll the ball, I get a strike. You ain't a GX.
Alright, man, we're more than halfway through this thing. In that last segment, I went over middleman. What I learned on my musical journey is basically that there are a lot, and I mean a lot of companies that are in between musicians and their fans. And that is a huge problem. If musicians knew exactly who their fans were and when they're listening or something like that, I'm almost 100% certain, no, I am 100% certain that they would tap into those resources for their own beneficial gain. And when you're on these large services, that type of information is actually guarded from you. Sometimes you can pay a premium fee to get that information, but not always is it as promising as what it seems. You know what I mean? They say everything that glitters ain't gold, right? These companies aren't just, oh, here's the information you were looking for. You gave us a couple bucks. Now you're free. Go ahead and do what you want to. That's not typically how things are working. On each service, it kind of varies on the information that you will get. And sometimes you could end up paying for information that's very opaque and vague, and now you're just out of your money and you didn't even really learn much. If you knew who your fans were, it could make your field of vision a lot larger, and it could give you the opportunity to sustain yourself. Literally, like when you release some music, you would know who to target, because you could be able to go through a list of information, however you got it laid out for yourself, and go, I know that X, Y, and Z are my true supporters, and they've been here since day one and they enjoy my content, so I'm going to be sure to make sure that when this thing rolls out, they for sure know that it happened. And to me, that's huge, 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 huge. I can't stress that enough. So yeah, that was my whole spiel about the middleman and how I don't plan on using them, you know what I mean? This will be directly between me and you guys. So get ready for part 3, and I'll catch you in a minute. Dream Team. examples, inspirations, definitely Ryan Leslie, Chameleonaire, just other independent artists across the board, man. I've always found myself infatuated with just like who's surviving, you know what I mean? I enjoy Dizzy Wright, Sauce Walker. There's a lot of hidden names out there of successful people, Master P, you know what I mean? These are all people that kind of paved their own ways by creating their own little like tunnel of like, this is what I'm doing and this is how I'm getting it done. And so those were definitely the ones that inspired me to move forward, or at least just do a little bit more research on how I could survive. And after I did, man, it just made a lot more sense. I still didn't know exactly how to go about it. And once again, it's only because there's the big fish and then there's you. You know what I mean? And when there's you and you don't have as much traction, once again, it comes down to sales and can you even afford to make the moves that you want to make. You know what I mean? But once I saw that, man, that it's not, I don't even want to go into saying that like the niche rapping thing, because I don't exactly feel like that's what I do. But it's niche fan base damn near, you know what I mean? It's the people who are mine, you know what I mean? And I'm speaking directly to them. And it just made things easier, and I saw that that's what they were doing, you know what I mean? Chameleonaire had his email system, Ryan Leslie has DTMRZ, yeah, so I gotta go haiku. I think the reason that a person should use Go Haiku or just go out and build things themselves is because it makes visibility just more clear for you, or just the ability to see what's going on more clear for you as an independent, you know what I mean? No label, no manager, no none of that, and it's all through the platform or through whatever they want to build or whatever they want to do. And so when you have the access that Go Haiku provides, or the access that you may build for yourself, because at this point it's all becoming a data game, which is what all these other companies are withholding from us. So if you got your data, I think that just puts you in a better position as an artist. So when you're in a better position, I mean, let's talk about leverage, let's talk about the finances, all the things that you can leverage from when you have the access to what you would know through using Go Haiku or something that you would build for yourself. Welcome back. All right, yeah, that's part 3. All right. To conclude this video, man, thank you guys for watching. Thank everybody that's taking part in this project, from the development team, our art guys, producers, engineers, other artists, videographers. Thank you. Thank you so much for helping us get to the level that we've gotten to. I really, really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, man. We're going to keep trying to rock and roll and knock this thing out of the park as we continue to build this. But I would like to go over, before I leave, independence, which is what I just covered in the last video, part 3. When it comes to YoungSwurve.app, we were looking for means to basically remove ourselves from this bubble. You know what I mean? All these people competing in this competitive space, all of this thing, we don't even want to take part in it, man. We want to be able to just put ourselves over here, make our art, get what we put out. You know what I mean? If that means that there's a lot of people fucking with us, then we'll take it. If that means that there's a small crowd of people fucking with us, then we'll take it. You know what I mean? It doesn't really matter to us, man. We just want to be able to create this art unleashed, uninhibited, man. No red taping. We want to be able to drop this music whenever we want to. We want to give it straight to you guys and let you guys know that that shit came directly from us, the Dream Team, and everybody that's involved in what we got going. With the YoungSwurve.app, what we were looking to do is basically get connected with our audience directly, from our interactions and content, everything, all in one place for them to enjoy and for us to be able to go over and upload for you guys whatever information or things that we needed for you guys to see from us, while as well removing ourselves from this like little bubble box as everyone else, but still give ourselves a fighting opportunity to be able to build and sustain and continue to bring you guys this dope shit that we do. I can't put it any other way, man. I definitely have to say thank you for all the other cats that are doing such things, because a lot of our inspiration came from you guys directly. Without you guys, man, this video might not even be being made today, man. So those methods, yeah, we definitely borrowed them and adopted and tried to bend them and make them our very own and a unique experience for the cats that fuck with us, man. I highly recommend others looking into what people are doing to sustain themselves as independent musicians, because a lot of the methods that these people are using can be applied to you. It doesn't matter if you do rock and roll, jazz, hip hop, trap rap, it works. It's a proven thing that if you're on top of your data or on top of those folks that actually enjoy your content, then you have a higher opportunity of having them return back to consume more of what you're giving out to the world. So yeah, man, I appreciate everybody watching this video. If you've made it this far, man, you completely fucking rock. Like I said, man, thank you so much to everybody that's been a part of this situation, whether it's producers, engineers, graphic designers, other artists, all of that, man. I truly, truly, truly do appreciate you guys, and I hope you guys are definitely ready for the day after my birthday, motherfucking 5, which drops April 20th, 2020. It's a lot going on out here, man, and I hope you guys are safe, and I hope that we can continue to bring you guys awesome content throughout the year and into the future, man. So that's why I built YoungSwurve.app. If you didn't know and you made it to this point in this video, now you do know, motherfucker. Nah, for real though, man. Thank you guys so much, man. I'm out. Dream Team. It's your boy, YoungSwurve.